It's an amazing opportunity that was brought to us by Chris McDowell, and he has organized a bunch of contractors and tradespeople to come in and do some updated work here at the Kenton Women's Village. We've been here for about 6 years at this location, and we needed some work done on the pathways, accessibility to the kitchen, and accessibility to some of the pods. They knew about us because Chris actually was instrumental in helping us set up down here 6 years ago. When it rains here, it gets a little muddy. You got to put on your hip waders to walk to some of the pods. So by the work of putting down crushed concrete, we're hopeful that it will assist them in being able to get to their pods safely and with less mud.
Well, I just talked to several of them and they said they love it. It's they get out of the office, they get to do something that they do well already, and they get to do it with their team members and make a difference in the community. Generosity of the building industry, they're looking for opportunities to be able to help out, and so that's one thing that Home Building Foundation does well, is we're kind of a good liaison between the nonprofit world and the building community. I like that people have their own personal space and they have the security of a locking door, but then also some community space where they can get together with others.
I believe that these villages really do help our community, especially for women in need, men in need, children in need, and it's a great alternative to shelters. I think it's great. Everybody deserves a right to have a roof over their head, and this gives them a great opportunity to do that.
I didn't know we were going to be building things, but I enjoy doing that too, and I know that it's going to a good cause, a nonprofit organization where you're providing homes for people. You've got your group of neighbors that are close enough by, but you also have your own space that you can do with what you want to. So it's also kind of like a tiny community. They have everything so nicely secluded, so it's like your own little group and your own space. I would recommend that everybody volunteer just at least once.
Today we've got two groups from Brian Schmidt Builders and Pacific Crest Building Supply, and they are here just to do 4 hours of community service, or what we call a work party, to kind of revamp some of the spaces at the Kenton Women's Village. The main thing was the pathways, where a lot of them were sunken from when we did the original work in 2019. So we wanted to beef them up a little bit, raise them up. So some of them were still in grass or even kind of muddy when I came over here when it was raining. So we wanted to build up a couple inches with crushed concrete and compact it down so we have nice new pathways and stuff's more accessible. We're building a ramp on the kitchen building and a little awning so water doesn't rain inside the building. We're trying to work on some of the accessibility things, getting some of the steps rebuilt that were kind of falling apart. We're just here to help. We believe in the product here that Catholic Charities has with the Kenton Women's Village, and we just want to keep it going. And we know that maintenance is a big part of taking care of a village, and sometimes it's a deficit in having enough people to do that, but volunteers are great for doing maintenance work.
It's a big part of our culture, we want a team of members that feel like they're part of the community. We got such a great team that as soon as we did one volunteer project, we have waiting lists at the company. It's a great space. It's nice to be able to utilize an area like this to give a safe shelter for people in need. So it's a really good model that would be great to repeat around areas, which we're doing in Portland and Vancouver right now.
I think everybody loves the chance to give back. I mean, it's a great way to say we're all here. It's a good team building thing for us. We can get down and get out of the day-to-day. This is just what we do. We love to help, and this is a great way to put it on the ground.